Welcome to the school board. Today we have Erika Hermans with us. How long have you been a board member, Erika?
I am a newly elected board member, so I came on board in November of 2021, and I'm really excited to be here.
And why did you become a board member?
There were actually a lot of reasons that motivated me to run for office, but I would say, first and foremost, it's really about the fact that I'm passionate about public education. And, Springford is an amazing district, and I would love to see us continue to move that forward and give our kids the quality of education that they deserve. Frankly, I've been a volunteer in the district for a good number of years now, and really to be a part of this district, boots on the ground, working side by side with administration and our amazing staff was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
And what is your favorite memory in grade school?
I have a lot of fond memories, but I have to say that most of them really stem from my time in the music program. So throughout grade school as well as high school, I participated in orchestra, pit orchestra, theater, marching band. So I played the violin. I was first stand. Participated in county music festivals. Pit orchestra in particular was really special to me. A lot of good friendships and connections that I still have to this day with folks. South Pacific, Brigadoon, Fiddler on the Roof, those were all amazing productions. And I was in the marching band in the color guard, so got the opportunity to march in the Orange Bowl and Disney, and all of those opportunities really just served to enhance my time in high school.
And what do you enjoy most about education or public education?
Last week I had the opportunity to participate in my first round of board committee meetings, and I have to say I was most excited for curriculum and technology. I was that kid in high school and in college that would love to get the course book and flip through it and see all the opportunities that were available to me. So, that really translated to my choice of career as an adult. I'm a learning and development specialist, so I spent a lot of time developing programs, modernizing programs, facilitating training classes. And so when I hear about the future of Springford's curriculum and I see all the amazing work that's being done, I get really excited for things like university partnerships and dual enrollment and the future of Springford cyber learning, and I just can't wait to see how we continue to evolve that over the next few years.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
So now we have Abby Deardorff. Abby, how long have you been a board member?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
All right. And why did you become a board member?
There's a lot of different reasons, but I think the strongest one is really just to help shape a positive future for the students, the staff, the teachers, and the community of Springford.
And what is your favorite memory that you have in school?
So I was a cheerleader in high school and grade school. I was on an all-star team as well as the school team, and so cheerleading was a big, huge part of my life. But it sounds kind of corny, but it's iconic, right? It's Friday Night Lights, the band. I remember our band could play Busta Rhymes songs, not to age myself too much, but it was amazing. And my school actually didn't have lights, so we traveled a lot for our Friday night games. But just that sense of community, because people were coming together from all different things, that school spirit. But then also holidays, like Halloween at school was always so much fun. So yeah, those are
Spirit Weeks. Those
Spirit
are always
Weeks.
great.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because it's funny who really gets into it, because sometimes it's not who you would think, and that was me. You wouldn't know me thinking I was the one painting my face and doing all the things, but we had fun with it, and that kind of sticks with me.
And what do you enjoy most about education or public education?
I think what I've learned in the past few years as an adult is the things that you learned a long, long, long time ago. You may not at the time realize how much it's going to impact your future or why you need to know it. I probably still can't do algebra. I struggled with it, when I was younger. But in college, for example, I had a communication degree with my first degree, and then I got a nursing degree. But I took political communication and professional communication. And I think everybody should have taken those classes, regardless of what your major was, because I have used them so many times, especially, currently. But just kind of, it's just not like reading and writing and sitting there. It's kind of immersive experience that you kind of take with you. So I think that's really cool. And also the connections with teachers. I think that this was what I wanted to say about my, favorite memories, but there's teachers that stick out, who made you feel valued and special. And I still, feel like they're close to me now, even though it's many, many, many years later. So just having those iconic people that kind of stick out to you and that opportunity to cross paths with them.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us, Abby.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Now we have with us Wendy Earl. Wendy, how long have you been a board member?
This is going into my 3rd year.
And why did you become a board member?
I had retired and was looking something, that I could do to give back to the community, because I didn't want to try and get another job. I was done with that. And I was always interested in education, and I think that it's the foundation of our society, the way I look at it.
And what was your favorite memory in school?
But we were a big, I was in a small town and everybody was into athletics. So if you weren't playing, you were supporting or cheering or something like that. But if you were able to, I played field hockey, and all of our teams, guys and girls teams, were champions in our conference. So it was a good experience in my senior year. So.
And what do you enjoy most about public education?
Well, it's fascinating to me how much it's changed since I was directly involved in it. It's amazing. It's a whole new, different world. Some things I maybe don't agree with, but I think they've made some massive strides in meeting the needs of kids and how the world's changing.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Wendy. Appreciate it. Today we have with us Karen Weingarten, a newly elected board member. Karen, I kind of just gave away your spotlight, but how long have you been a board member?
I'm brand new. I just got here. This is our first full board meeting. Very
Yes,
excited.
it is. And why did you become a board member?
As a parent and somebody who's really involved with the community, I felt like I could give back. I was seeing a lot of adversarial emotions and people bumping heads and really not getting their voices heard. And I felt like there were also people who were probably very quiet, who wanted to have their voices heard, but could be intimidated by it. And I thought that perhaps I could help, that I could be someone that could listen and respond and bring back the school board to a place that is part of the community where people feel comfortable talking to each other, having conversations, because fundamentally people live here because it's an awesome school district. So we want to make sure the board reflects that.
And what was your favorite memory in school, whether it be educationally or extracurricularly?
All right, so I have two. When I was in junior high, I lived in the Midwest, and I had a teacher who, she and I had the same first and last name. She was my gym teacher, so she would let me teach class. So that was really fun. It was really a great memory. And then when I was in high school, I loved arts. So I took every art class that we had, and I painted the sets for the plays, and my friends and I would make the big banners that they'd put out for pep rallies, and sometimes they'd be the big banner that the teams would run through at the beginning of any of the games. So for me, it was really about being able to make things and build things with my friends and being a part of the pep and the spirit of the school.
And what do you enjoy most about education?
Well, I think all it takes is one person to say one amazing thing to a child, and it can impact their love of learning their whole life. You could tell a child, hey, you're really good at science. Have you ever considered a physics class? Or what about astronomy? Or, wow, you did amazing on that math test. Or I had a teacher who told me I was really great at drawing in 6th grade, and I thought, what a boost that did. So sometimes all it takes is that little conversation to make such a big impact, and it can really change the way somebody learns for their whole life. You might take a graduate level course, or maybe you want to take a golf lesson or learn how to crochet, but it's all about enriching yourself and feeling good about learning and knowing that it's endless. Whatever you want to try, whatever you want to do, you find a teacher, and that's what it's about. So for me, that's really where education is that little spark is all it takes, and every kid that passes through Springsport deserves that. So I want to make sure the teachers and our administrators have the tools and the energy and the excitement to keep that going.
Awesome. Thank you for spending your time with me, Karen.
Well, thanks for having me. It was great to be here.
Now we have with us Diane Sullivan. Diane, how long have you been a board member?
This is the beginning of my 3rd year.
And why did you originally become a board member?
Well, I have 2 generations of Springford students. My daughter and currently two grandsons. And in addition to that, I've lived in this community for 34 years. So I thought, you know what? I want to learn more. I want to be able to help the community learn more and understand what is done and the reasons why. I wanted to meet other grown-ups in the school district. And actually, I'm retired, and I thought, you know what, this is something I can do to serve the community, serve the school, and serve my family.
That's great. And what is your favorite memory from school?
From my school?
Yep.
I'm from a military family. I've gone to like 13 different schools. I think my best years were late grade school, early junior high. I lived in Nebraska then, and that area of the country then, I have no idea what it's like now, but just really open, really friendly. I was a junior cheerleader, real involved in the school. We had tons of friends, and we all walked to school together. We all walked home together. So I think those were my most fun years.
And what do you enjoy most about education and serving the public education?
Of course, it's the whole learning process, which has changed a great deal. I'm thinking of my grandson. One is a senior, one is in 7th grade. Helping to understand the changes in education, the reasons why the education has not changed direction, but with everything else in life, you kind of have to mold and go with, what is currently important. I want the schools and education to be equal for all students, whether you're an excellent student that really excels or somebody that's just a little bit behind, a little bit slower, but we should still give the same emphasis to everyone.
Well, thank you for your time, Diane.
Okay, thank you.
So now we have with us Dr. Maggie, right? Maggie, how long have you been a school board member?
This is my 3rd year.
And why did you initially become a school board member?
Well, I spend a lot of time with education. I was a teacher in Springford, and now I am an administrator in another district. I have my doctorate in educational leadership, and so I really am very involved in education. I felt that I could make a positive impact on the school board here in Springford.
And what was your favorite memory in school?
I think I probably enjoyed the music department and the theater department the most. So I was always involved in the musicals. I played the piano for the chorus. I accompanied them and singing the solos, and I had a lot of friends. We had a lot of fun in the music department, theater department.
And what do you enjoy most about education?
I think what I enjoy most about education is that it gives an opportunity for everybody to have a voice, to strive to improve themselves. It's a sense of community. It can lead to bigger and better things. I just feel that how you do in school really can have an impact of changing your life.
Thank you, Maggie. Now we have with us Colleen Zasowski. Colleen, how long have you been a board member?
Well, thank you for asking that question, Andrew. It's been more than 6 years now. So, yeah, it's been a long time, it feels like.
Wow. And why did you originally become a school board member?
So originally I became a school board member because I have always been involved in education, and I wanted to make a difference in the education that my children receive and the children in our community. So,
And what is your favorite memory about school?
well, I'll tell you that my favorite memory about school was that I was always one of those that was trying to be top notch. So I did my best in everything. But I will say Andrew, if I can elaborate on that a little bit, that my favorite memory so far here at Springford was really when I gave the graduation speech last year and was able to give my daughter her diploma. And that speech, I hope that resonated with our students as they go forward, as they have gone forward, and with the parents that were in attendance there. It was really a moment for me that I'll always treasure. And thank you for helping to make it happen.
It'll always be recorded.
Oh, good.
So if you ever want to watch it again.
Maybe.
And what did you enjoy most about education?
I enjoy most about education is that I feel like it is the stepping stone to everything. So it's your opportunity to give it your best so that you can have that foundation and that groundwork and make right decisions and choices for your future. But I feel like education underlies all of that. So it's so important to make those good, sound decisions.
Well, thank you, Colleen. That's everything.
All right, well, thank you for having me, Andrew. It's always a treat.